Today I will be explaining you what is statistical series and what are the different types of statistical series. In my previous video I have explained you what is statistical data and how it is important. So statistical data is the numerical information, is the numerical facts and figures what is collected by the enumerator, and that information or that data is used for further classification, analysis and for deriving the results. So here this series is also very important. The data what is collected is in which type of series it is, that we need to understand. Let us see what is statistical series. The arrangement of classified data in some logical order, like according to the size, according to the time of occurrence, or according to some other measurable or non-measurable characteristics, is known as statistical series. So, how the data is arranged, whether that is arranged according to the size, according to time of its happening, or some other means, then that is called series. So first we have to arrange the data in proper order. That is very important. Here I gave you one example. If the marks of 35 students in a class is arranged in ascending or descending order. So marks of 35 students are given and that marks can be arranged either in ascending order, that is increasing order from less to more, or in decreasing order, descending order, that is from more to less, highest marks to lowest marks. Let us see what are the different types of statistical series, and this series I am telling you on the basis of construction. The first series is individual series, the second one is discrete series, and the third one is continuous series. Let us come to individual series. Individual series is that series in which items are listed single way, that is each item is given a separate measure of measurement. So the individual series is of two types. One is your unorganized individual series and the second one is organized individual series. I will explain you what is unorganized individual series and organized individual series, and before going to that, let us see this example. You see here marks obtained by 10 students are, here marks of 10 students are given. Like first student got 35 marks, second student got 40 marks, third got 38, then 17, 25, 45, 36, 29, 42 and 22. By seeing these figures, seeing these marks of 10 students, what we understand? We understand, see the first marks, that is 35, see the second one, that is 40, see the third one, that is again 38. So this is unorganized individual series. First thing is, this is individual series. Only marks are given. Then these marks are also not arranged. They are not neither in ascending order or nor in descending order. So we can say this is unorganized individual series. You see unorganized series. An unorganized series is an unarranged mass of data. Raw data means it is the data in its original form. So when the enumerator or the investigator go to collect the data and he collect the data and he bring the data, that information is a mass of data, we can say mass of information, collection of information, and that information or that data is called raw data, and that is an unorganized data. It is not arranged. It is not arranged in any way, increasing order or decreasing order or according to serial number, nothing. That is only a mass of data and that is in a haphazard way. So that is called unorganized data. So now it is easy to understand what is an organized data. That organized data, when it is arranged properly in a systematic way, like in ascending order or in descending order or according to serial numbers. Then that information or then the data will become presentable. We can understand something from that, and that will become an organized data. So we can say individual series can be organized series or unorganized series. Now we come to discrete series. Discrete series is that series in which the individual values differ from each other by definite amount. Discrete series is a better way of presentation of data. Here I have given one example. You please see that. Marks obtained by 10 students. The marks of 10 students are given here. You see the marks. The first student got 20 marks. Second student got 15 marks. Third student got 10 marks. Fourth student got 15 marks. Then 10, 10, 15, 20, 20 and 15. When we see this data, we can understand the difference between these figures is 5. Means 10 is there, 15 is there, 20 is there. In this way, the gap between these marks is constant, that is 5. And it is said that discrete series is a better way of presentation of data because the person will be able to understand the information very easily. The classification of data for a discrete variable is known as frequency array. So that is your discrete series. Now we come to continuous series. A continuous series is that series which represents continuous variables, showing range of variables of different items of the series. This thing you can understand from the example very well. You see the example, marks of 30 students in a class. So here on the left hand side you can see the classes are given, that is class interval is given. On the right hand side you can see frequency is given, that is number of students. So class interval you see, that is 10 to 20, 20 to 30, 30 to 40 and 40 to 50. Here frequency you can see, number of students is given, that is 6. So we can say 6 students got marks between 10 and 20. In the same way, 5 students got marks between 20 and 30. 9 students got marks between 30 and 40. And 10 students got marks between 40 and 50. So the data is presented in continuous series in this way. Here in the class interval in the marks you can see 10 to 20 is given. 10 is called the lower limit and 20 is called the upper limit, and that range between 10 and 20 is called class interval. So this is how data is presented in a continuous series. If we are able to identify in which series the data is presented, then we will be able to derive the results correctly. We will come to know which formula we have to apply and how to solve the numerical question. So the statistical series and the type of the statistical series in which the data is presented is very important.